this will truly be the biotech century. I think we're at a transistor moment where we're standing on the stage and saying, "Hey, there's this amazing thing called a transistor. I know it looks really crappy right now. It looks like a sand sandwich, but it does this remarkable thing, and nothing else quite works like it." And it's going to be for the people watching and for the panelists and everybody else who's deep into biotech to find applications that will create new markets. And every new market that's produced will create this wave, just the way computers have, in a way that we can't imagine, because biology is a physical interface technology. It affects every material thing on the planet, especially our lives, right? Especially the inner workings of our bodies, which is the most intimate and important thing to human beings in the end. So it's going to be, there should be a major surprise every year that this conference goes on.
So when we're talking about AI, maybe we should kind of talk a little bit more how to define it. So I define it as deep learning, reinforcement learning, and transformer neural networks. So things that became popular very recently, since 2014. And we've seen that those technologies have outperformed humans in image recognition, voice recognition, text recognition, enabled autonomous driving, enabled some very basic robotic functions that are in some areas outperforming humans as well. So in every area of our life, AI is going to make an impact. However, we focus on biotechnology, and in biotech, AI is already making a difference in the clinical setting. So we see that many of the apps that are AI powered are going beyond clinics. So some of the doctors' job is already implemented in those apps.
Alex went more in detail, while Ron stayed a little bit on the general. I will stay in the general more than the detail. I believe that both biotech and AI are sharing an accelerated and exponential rate of progress, both of them, and one is supporting the other. But let's not forget that AI is basically an instrument which can be used by the new biotech technologies and also the future biotech technologies which are right now being created, that has a very recent history. So I believe that, for instance, AI will have a major role in empowering individuals to manage their own health, for instance.
A unique time that we're living in. Biotechnology is clearly played a massive role, almost like something we've never encountered in the course of recent human history. For us to, in the matter of less than 2 years almost, be able to at scale handle a pandemic through the success of biotechnology, and be able to contain it and still learn from it, and hopefully we can do better as we progress as a species, not just from an individual health but a planetary health perspective as well.
Yeah, so I guess I would start off by, highlighting. I like to separate out sort of buzzwords and what's real, and I feel that artificial intelligence essentially is a combination of pattern recognition and decision making, and so it relies on information. And I think one of the most cutting edge things that we are doing as humans is getting into cell therapy. So with cell therapy, we're essentially saying, look, humans are programs. We have input, output. We're basically aqueous programs. We're saying there's already programs inherent to our bodies that know how to deal with pathogens, know how to prevent and deal with cancer. And, it's up to us to figure out how do we manipulate those systems to work in our favor. And that's essentially what cell therapy is doing.
so many new technologies that will come online in the next few years. It's going to be pretty astonishing, and literally just a plethora of different technologies. I guess I got to start somewhere. So let's talk about maybe robot surgery. Guided with artificial intelligence, computer vision. So you can imagine a robot surgeon with your CT scan, your MRI, all that information in its brain, and knows where pretty much everything is, and would basically deliver healthcare at a fraction of the cost that we currently do it, and obviously with zero infection because it's going to be in a completely sterile environment.